It's TSFP, the Spanish Football Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Phil Kitromilides, this is Sid Lowe.
Hello.
And this is the weekend preview, looking ahead to the third round of matches in La Liga this season. It all kicks off on Friday night. League leaders, Sevilla, up against Celta Vigo. You're quite excited about this game.
Because they've both been, Sevilla obviously have won 2 out of 2 on the top of the table. They're still, I think, finding their feet. They're still not quite at the level that Lopetegui wants them to be at. But Celta have been quite exciting. I know they were beaten by Real Madrid in the first game, but they created quite a lot. There's early signs that they were going to play some quite nice football this year. And then in the second game against Valencia, they're very good indeed. And that forward line, I don't know whether to call it a forward line, because strictly speaking, Denis Suarez is playing in midfield. But that forward line of Denis Suarez with Tolo Fernandez, with Barry Aspas, quite tasty.
Yep, looking promising so far for Celta. That should be a good game. Immediately afterwards, it's the Barça derby, which isn't always necessarily a good game, but it's usually a great occasion. Athletic Club against Real Sociedad at San Mamés, which you are going to.
I am going to.
Lucky boy.
I really do like the Barça derby. It's one of those that, if you're one of these people, and there are a lot of them that follow us who think, right, I want to go to a game in Spain, which game shall I choose? This is right up there. I think if you did a top 5, this is definitely in it, with maybe the Seville derby, the Clasico, and perhaps the Madrid derby, and of course Fuenlabrada against Oviedo, which is always at the top of the list.
But not necessarily because of the sort of the raw, intense, fierce rivalry or passion.
Well, in a way, the opposite.
Yeah,
because it's weird that they've managed, that the Basque derby has managed to have that intensity on the pitch. It can be frankly pretty dirty at times. Yeah. It can have that intensity, it can have the passion, it can have the noise, it can have the atmosphere, but then it's friendly, and you get the both sets of fans in together in the bars and stuff before the game. They mix. It's a real occasion. It's one of the best games in Spain.
Cool. So those are the 2 matches on Friday. Saturday kicks off at El Sadar in Pamplona as Osasuna take on Barcelona. No Leo Messi.
Those ducks are noisy, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, what do you think?
They're worried that Messi isn't going to be available for Barcelona.
No, he's not bothered. It's water for ducks back. Sorry.
Should Barca fans be worried about no Messi at El Sadar against Osasuna?
I mean, you should always be worried about no Messi. Obviously, some of that worry has been reduced by the fact they played so well last weekend without him. I imagine that we'll see a repeat of that forward line. So we'll have Rafinha in there with Carlos Perez and Antoine Griezmann, who of course played brilliantly last weekend. And actually, some of the excitement about Carlos Perez and about Ansu, who then came on, and of course the youngest player to play for Barcelona in almost 80 years, has, I think, slightly overshadowed just how good Griezmann was. How that will work when Messi's back, I don't know, because the positions are broadly the same, but he's not back this weekend, so it's all about Greasy.
Getafe Alaves is probably not going to be a cracker, certainly not in terms of goals. No, probably going to be low scoring. Levante against Real Valladolid. Levante quite good going forward.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, I mean, this is one of those games where on the face of it, it's not the most exciting, but Levante are quite good going forward. Although I thought they were really, really fortunate against Villarreal last week.
Betis against Leganés, as well as the late game on Saturday. Then on Sunday, it's Valencia against Mallorca. The shortest trip, I think, this season for Mallorca. Just a short boat ride across to the
Do you think they'll get a boat, or do you think they'll fly? I think they're flying, aren't they?
Probably going to fly, aren't they? Yeah, maybe for the fans, though. They probably couldn't swim it. Atletico Madrid against Eibar at the Wanda. You're going to?
I am going to that. Atletico Madrid, of course, looking for a third 1-0 in a row.
Yes.
Well, I'm not saying they're necessarily looking for a 1-0, but let's face it, they take it.
Then Espanyol against Granada. The final game of the weekend is Villarreal against Real Madrid, which always is a tricky game for Real Madrid heading to the Estadio de la Cerámica.
I saw a curious stat.
Okay.
This is the only team against whom Gareth Bale has played in every season he's been in Spain. So there's always been an injury that's meant he's missed at least, for example, for argument's sake, he's never played all of the games at Barcelona, he's never played all of the games at Atletico, he's always played all of the games at Villarreal. It's also where he started and where he scored, of course.
Yes, scored on his debut for Real Madrid all those years ago. He's fit, he's available, and he's still here. And he's still here. He's probably going to feature on Sunday evening in what is the final game of the week. That's the weekend preview. Remember, the podcast is out wherever you get your pods on Monday. Acast, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, all over the shop. And then we're also at patreon.com/TSFP. And remember to subscribe to this channel.